Okay, how am I gonna get out of bed to turn off that blasted alarm without disturbing my husband or my kitty or stubbing my toe on that dresser? I have to figure out a way to get out of bed. And I'm usually grumpy at this point, like, oh man, I'm never doing this again. Oh, this is so hard. Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Rayleigh Bradshaw. I'm an aspiring author of YA historical fiction, currently working on my debut novel, Untamable, and thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I'm gonna tell you 4 reasons why I started waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do my writing, and why I plan to continue doing so even after Camp NaNoWriMo has ended. Reason number 1, there are no distractions at 5 o'clock in the morning. Every day, I feel like it's this constant struggle to try to make time for my book. I've got so many other things going on. I barely pull myself out of bed in the morning so that I can go to work. I go to work, and by the time I get home, there's so many other things that need to be done. The
dishes are dirty, there's a pile of dirty laundry that needs to be cleaned, and another pile that's clean and needs to be folded. It's been sitting there all week long, and we've just been rummaging through it to find clothes to wear so we cannot be naked when we go to work.
No matter what I do, I just feel guilty. I feel guilty when I sit down to write because I'm not doing something else that I need to be doing, or I've said no to an obligation I had with friends. If I don't sit down to write, I feel guilty that I'm not making my book a priority. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, there are no distractions. There are no obligations. No one is expecting me to do anything, and the laundry can wait until later. I don't wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and think,
oh, I should do the laundry, or oh, I should probably do the dishes. Heck no.
I'm only conscious at 5 o'clock in the morning for one purpose, and that is to write, to work on my book. And so I wake up and the world is still and quiet. I'm not tempted to
hang out with my husband because he's in bed sleeping.
It is my miracle, quiet, distraction-free zone. At 5 o'clock in the morning, it's this sacred dark hour when there is nobody around but me and my characters. And I just am free to be creative without thinking about anything else at all. So that is reason number 1. There are no distractions. There are no excuses not to write when you've gotten out of bed specifically to do it. Reason number 2, I get to start off my day with something that I'm passionate about. For the past year and a half or so, I have really struggled to wake up in the mornings because I know that I'm just dragging myself out of bed so that I can go to work. And let's be honest, being in your bed is way more comfortable than going to work. And it's just not an exciting reason to wake up. When I just know I'm gonna go to work, it's gonna be the same thing that it is every day. I'll sit in my cubicle, I will punch those numbers. That's just not really something to look forward to. So I start my day on this kind of note of drudgery, of just getting through, of surviving. I'm instantly in survival mode. It's just, okay, let's get this over with. And that kind of becomes like the theme of my day when I'm waking up just to go to work. But when I wake up and the first thing I do is work on something that I'm passionate about, I wake up excited. I get out of bed and I have this enthusiasm. I feel driven because this is something that's important to me. It's my passion, this is my dream, and this is my time that I have to dedicate completely and fully to that and nothing else without distraction. It starts off my day on this note of enthusiasm. I feel driven because I'm getting up for me. I'm not getting up to meet the expectations of an employer. I'm getting up because this is something that I decided I was going to do. This is something that I love, and this is my time to do it. I actually look forward to escaping to that creative place where nobody else is going to be except for me and my characters. I look forward to that peaceful moment. I don't have kids right now, but for those of you who do, I imagine it's really hard to get any writing done when you're trying to juggle taking care of your kids and all the characters in your head. If you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning before your children are up, hopefully, I hope your kids don't wake up at 5 in the morning. If they do, I'm so sorry. But hopefully that is a time when nobody's going to become bothering you, nobody's going to come needing anything. It's just you and your characters, and it feels so good. Reason number 3 that I wake up at 5 in the morning is because my mind is clearest in the morning. I know that sounds hard to believe at first. When we think about waking up in the morning, we think about, the drudgery of being all foggy-minded and trying to wake up. That's just the process of waking up. That's gonna happen no matter what time you wake up, unless you sleep in. No, even if you sleep in until noon, there's still going to be that period of grogginess while you're trying to transition from the world of dreams to the world of the waking, of the living and the doing. If that's gonna happen no matter what time I wake up, I'm okay with feeling tired when I wake up, or with feeling a little bit groggy for those first few minutes. I just drink a big old glass of water, and then I come into my writing room, I plop my butt in the chair at my desk, and then I just start working. If you think about it, when we're going throughout our day, everything that we experience kind of starts to settle on us. It settles like little pieces of sawdust.
Whatever happens at work, people drama, financial worries and concerns, car problems.
Everything that we experience in the day, both the good and the bad, it all starts to settle on us, and it nestles into the crevices of our brain, and it settles into the muscles in our neck and shoulders and into our back, and then we're thinking about all of these things. We're thinking about what we saw while we were driving to
work. We're thinking about what a coworker said. We're thinking about what we heard or saw on the news. We're thinking about our Twitter feed, our Instagram feed, our Facebook feed. All of these things just start to crowd our mind.
I don't know about you, but by the time I get home from work, I am exhausted. I'm tired of sitting at a desk and working. I'm tired of all the thoughts that I have going in my mind, and the thought of sitting down to write and create is exhausting instead of exciting. That's not what I want. I want writing my book to be something that I'm excited about, and I want to feel excited about it when I sit down to write. I don't want to sit down to write with feelings of dread, like,
oh, let's just get this over with, or I hope that I can write this book faster so it'll just be done, or thinking of moving on to the next process, like, oh, I can't wait until drafting is done so I can just move on to revisions, and then can't wait till revisions are done so I can just work on editing, can't wait till editing is done so I can just get my book published already and start caring about marketing and all that other stuff.
There's just so much going on in your brain later on in the day when you've experienced all of these things. But early in the morning, first thing in the morning, you have a clear slate. Or at least I feel like I have a clear slate. Nothing has happened yet. I have just spent the night sleeping. My body has been recuperating and healing from the day before. I haven't been digesting anything. When you wake up in the morning, you've got a full battery. Your mind is a blank slate just waiting to be filled. So when I sit down to write first thing in the morning, I am not worrying about anything else. I'm not thinking about anything else. There is not another care in my mind. And there is all of this room, just tons of space and new, fresh energy for creating. I get to use that golden, new, clean slate first thing above all else in the day for my creativity, for my passion. And then once that is done, it's done. And I can move forward with the rest of my day. And I don't care how many other cares and worries are gonna pile up on me, because I've already put my passion first. I've taken care of that. I've met my goal for the day. And now I can face whatever comes without any worry of, oh, when am I gonna fit in my writing? When am I gonna be able to write my book? You know, like, no, I've already done it. It's done. It's done for the day. And then I look forward to being able to do it again tomorrow, because let's be honest, it's way more fun than all of the other cares and worries that I have during the day. And last but certainly not least, reason number 4 that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do my writing is that it improves my self-confidence and my overall outlook on life. And who doesn't want that? Honestly, who doesn't want that? Starting my day off with an accomplishment sets that tone for the rest of my day. When you wake up by snoozing your alarm, you are making the theme of that day procrastination and failure. Whereas when you intentionally wake up early, right with your alarm, jump out of bed and instantly get going, you are setting the theme for the day to be one of success and accomplishment and excitement for what you have going on. When I wake up and have a really great writing morning, I'm looking forward to that the next morning as well. And I love seeing the progress that I'm making this way. It's kind of addicting. It gives me this high, like, wow, I can do this. I can accomplish this. I'm doing this hard thing. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel good about my book and my writing. And then it just makes me see life as anything is possible. I can do anything. If I can wake up at 5 in the morning and reach my goals before I even go to work, it makes me feel like the rest of the day is like, okay, bring it on. I'm ready. I can take it. I woke up early today, and I just see the rest of life as something that's not scary, that I can do anything. Nothing is too hard for me. And I love that. I love this feeling. I love feeling so good about myself, so good about my writing, and so good about my future that really, with hard work, you can accomplish anything. So those are the 4 reasons why I have started waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to write during the month of Camp NaNoWriMo July 2018. And those 4 reasons are the same reasons why I plan to continue doing this even after camp has ended. I'm so addicted to this feeling, to this high that I get waking up early and getting things done before my day really starts, that I want to keep doing it. I really feel like if I make this a regular thing, I can finish this book. I can get it published. I can work on my own marketing plans in the morning before I have to do anything else. And I just feel like it's a good life habit to be in for later on in my life when I have even more things going on.
When I eventually have kids, hopefully. When I am running my own business from home, hopefully.
All of these things that I want for my future will be made so much more convenient if I'm already in the habit of getting up at 5 in the morning. Was this hard in the beginning? Yes, it was very hard. If you plan to give this a try, I say go for it. It is so worth it. I'm a huge fan of this new way of doing things, but know that it's not going to be easy right off the bat. You're not going to experience this high right away, or maybe you will. I didn't. It was hard in the beginning. Okay, I only need to do this for this month, and some mornings, that was the only thing that got me out of bed, was knowing this is not permanent. I don't have to do this forever. I just made this goal for myself, so I'm just gonna get out of bed. So yes, it was hard in the beginning. And then it was about the middle of week 2 of the month that my body really just became accustomed to getting up at 5 in the morning and started expecting it. I never thought that it would happen so quickly, that I would just be adjusted to waking up at 5 in the morning, feeling good about waking up at 5 in the morning, and like doing it. I have never really considered myself to be a morning person. It's always been really hard for me to get out of bed early in the morning, so this feels crazy to me. It is so crazy. It's crazy that I am waking up at 5 in the morning on my own, just naturally, and that I like it, and that it feels good, and that it's fun. So I just think this is just the greatest secret to success that you could ever have. And if you are really struggling to find the time or the energy or the enthusiasm or the creativity to work on your book, give this a try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you spend a few days being really tired. Because yes, the first few days I was tired throughout the day. We're halfway through and I'm just like, okay, this is me now. I'm a morning person. I'm an early riser. And I kind of like waking up when it's dark outside and it just feels like, I don't know, it was creepy at first. It's not creepy anymore. Now it feels just serene to me. And I love that as I'm writing, I have these 2 windows here in my office and I can just watch the sun rise and this beautiful pinkish light starts filtering in. It's this peaceful, calm, quiet place. And I'm working on my book. It feels like my characters are just sitting here in the room with me and I can just hear them talking to each other and I'm just writing it out. It's a magical place to be. And I invite you to join me there. Join the 5 a.m. Writers Club. And if you give this a try, please let me know in the comments below and get on Twitter and let me know how your writing is going. I would love to hear about it. It's so exciting anytime I can talk to somebody else who is also waking up early and who is also loving it. So I hope that this was helpful for any of you who've been really struggling to write. I hope you guys give it a try, even if for only a week, just to see what a difference it can make. And whether you decide this is for you or it's not for you, I hope your writing journey is going well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of Camp NaNoWriMo. Have a great writing journey, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Rain, would you come and take a walk with me? We'll cross over the mountains and we'll reach the pale blue sea. I love you. I'm so glad you love me too. And I wrote this song for you. Every word I say is true.